Milsim community. Scouts of Forwarders here, the General of the Lions Den. I welcome you all here today. I'm going to start this meeting off with basically introducing all the clans here today. I'm going to start down the left hand side of the table for all your leaders to introduce yourself and announce what clan you represent. So I believe we start with Doctor. If you want to...
Yep. I'm Dr. D617, leader of the 89th Devils Brigade.
I'm Flaming Taco 22, leader of the 24th MEU.
I'm Masharides, Major General of the 7th Special Forces Group.
And we have, I'll introduce Lieutenant General Reese and Sergeant Darkstripes. They're from the 40th Commandos Brigade. Unfortunately, they're not in the party because the party is full. We can only have 8 in the party, but they are on Zello and are able to communicate, so I'll have introduced them. Then we have Spec Ops, if you want to have a quick say.
Spec Ops Killer 1, General of the Reaction Force.
And
I'm
Trucker.
Martin Trucker of the General of Royal Marines Commando.
Bama VII, leader of the 88th Lions Kingdom.
And I think that's and unfortunately we're missing Jarhead at the minute, I believe.
Yes.
Is he back online? Is he still in the game, or?
He just left the game.
I believe he might have lost
He
connection.
may have lagged out of the party.
Is he still showing online?
He's offline too. He's offline.
Okay, so we did have Jarhead. Unfortunately, we believe he may have lost connection. So he's the leader of the 11th. Now I believe Carvey is from GRU is working. The leader of the 15th. They only joined the community today. He's unable to attend. And what other leaders are we missing? I think we're missing a couple of other leaders. Now this meeting was called on short notice, as we all know, and it's the first meeting which we hope to be many more in this community. Basically today we want to go over some rules, basic regulations, which is all to be worked out, and some future plans and anyone's concerns for the community and what this community will be about, basically. So has anybody got any concerns with this community? First of all, any leaders, anything that concerns them with this community or anything? I shouldn't think so, like, but yeah. So, oh, nice explosion. So basically, this is quite a big community. I believe we are the biggest Milsim community, although we've only started up this week. We have 12 Milsim clans involved, as we all know. There's going to be a news broadcast on this meeting tonight. Now, we are going to issue some rules. I think there'll be a document that will be passed to everyone, and we want to run over some of them tonight. And there will be a basic code of conduct, what we expect of you all, of everyone as a Milsim community. What we don't want to see of everyone in this community is clans recruiting off each other, clans ordering, declaring war on each other for nothing. That's obviously expected. Raiding training service without means to do so, basically without war terms. And
Sorry.
oh, Chuck just tried to assassinate the leader. I'm bomb-proof. You can't kill me. But basic rules like that. Is anyone else who'd like to discuss some rules, Mashu, or anyone? Any?
I think we should go over something regarding espionage.
Yeah, that's well. The biggest concern for us all, and what this community is great for, is espionage. Now, as you're all aware, there's a new shadow group on the game, and my opinion of shadow groups is absolutely pathetic. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Now, this new shadow group is called BWC, apparently. Now, the shadow group is actually SOG, but they're calling themselves BWC. The leader down on the PlayStation is SOG Mr. Johnson. Now they have a number of accounts, they're using different names, and basically because they know SOG is such a bad reputation and no one follows their lead no more, they've basically decided to pretend to be BWC and use a different name so that they can influence people. And it's the same tactics they used last time in SOG, and they go round to all smaller clans and say, oh, we want to help you and work with you and help the community and all this stuff, but in reality they haven't even got a Milsim, so why would they want to do that? Now, if you're a small Milsim, they won't help you. They'll want to basically control you. They'll get you to do intel for them and vice versa. Now, they can't help you in any way possible, so it's basically you best stay and clear them. Now, if you're a small Milsim like yourself, Spec, QRF, or small and new, for instance, you know, like Trucker, Bama, what you don't want is someone like them sending spies into your clan and disrupting you while you're trying to grow. None of you would like that, would you? You know, you just want to be able to grow as a Milsim. The last thing you need is to be worrying about stupid spies coming in your clan and stuff. It's certainly the last thing you need, and everyone needs. So what I'm going to say here is one rule: is anyone seen to be working with this stupid shadow group who are going to do nothing but cause the community to, you know, go in tatters and ruin Milsim, which they have done for the past year, is basically going to be probably suspended, if not banned, from the community. So, and this community is going to grow a lot bigger than there is now, guys. What you understand, Battlefield 1 will be out soon. We're going to be around then, and there'll be a hell of a lot more clans then. And as you can see, we're only a week old, and look how many clans we've got in here now. So that should tell you that this community is only going to get bigger and better, and you should want to be a part of it. If you want to grow a decent Milsim, this is the place to be. So is everyone in agreement? And now I do know there's a couple of clans here that have been in contact. I'm not going to name no names, I'm not going to call no one out on camera, but we do have eyes and ears, and we know there's a couple here that have, you know, talked to these BWC people who are idiots. What I'm going to say from this point on, are we all in agreement that everyone's going to cut, you know, basically communication with them and start working towards helping this Milsim community grow and put 100% towards it, if that's what you want? Is everyone on board with this community?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's basically, I'd like us all to swear an oath to make this community, you know, work this time. As we've all seen, how much drama have we all seen in this community? You know, since I've been involved, it's just nothing but pettiness. You know, and we've had like all the Milsims, like 3 different communities and stupid stuff like that. Now this can be a really good look. Now smaller clans that are inactive and all that, this is the place to be. Now look how many clans are in here to do ops with. You'll be able to do ops every night if we're all friends together. We can all help each other. Look how much better it's going to be for Milsim. So I'll move on. I'll let someone else have a talk now. Has anyone else got anything to say? Any of the leaders?
I just got a quick question. Representation and how we're going to pass motions. How will that be working? Any suggestions for that?
Well, basically this is obviously the first meeting, so it's basically just to run over things. Now maybe if not tomorrow or over the weekend, I'd like another meeting where we can basically finalise, you know, the rules and regulations basically. We will hold regular meetings. I would, you know, like first and second commands, you know, to all be able to have say, because for instance if we were to go over rules tonight, some of you wouldn't be able to discuss it with you, you know, with your other leaders, so they'll be left in the dark because we can only have 8 in the party. Not only that, there's a couple of clans missing out tonight, but we can go over basic things, and all that's still up in the air. We can still discuss all that. One of the things, what people liked on the last thing was having a map. Everyone having a map for territory and stuff. Is everyone still on board with that? Does anyone like that idea, or anyone dislike it, or everyone likes it?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Anyone against it? Or?
Nope.
So how would we like to go about the map draw? Would we all like to do a draw again? Would you like to do a live draw sometime or something again, and do it random like that?
I think maybe doing a bracket tournament could be quite good.
Well, I was actually, besides the bracket tournament, I think we should kind of do it in terms of the original, you know, Milsims leading up to the guys who just joined. I mean, that's commitment over anything. I mean, I know some of us have gone to war with each other in here over this stuff, and here we all are today, friends, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, that's up to you guys.
I think the fairest way is like a live draw. That way, no one can like moan and go, "Oh, they got the best tick that was fixed" or whatever. And I think it's exciting as well. You know, it's good. You know. Now, me being the Lions, then we'll bypass the live draw. We'll take Caspian border and we'll let all yous go in the draw. Is everyone okay with that? I'm actually joking, by the way. I'm only joking.
Have Max do the
I think everyone
broadcast.
would love to. Yeah, we'll probably get Max with his shirt and tie on. So maybe if you just wanted on the next meeting, we can set a live draw up. And hopefully we'll have all the clans, a few more clans, if not all the clans. So is anyone got anything to share with us regarding these shadow groups trying to affect this community or anything like that?
So I know... Oh, you can go, Mash, I already went.
Thank you. Alright, so regarding the rules, I'll send around what I have and get opinions from people.
Yeah.
Because from what I have, you know, that worked with Vienna. It was focused on a larger group anyway, and then in the next meeting, depending on what people say from each Milsim, we can maybe tweak that one to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So that can already be worked through quite easily with already having most of that done. And then I'm not sure anyone else's opinions, but me and Scouts were talking about the possible license thing, and I do think.
Oh yeah, sorry,
it's
yeah.
a good idea.
No, that was an idea, man. I'd already got, and we're gonna get like a license, basically, yeah. And then it'll be like issued to like a driving license type of thing, and you'll have every clan you will put your emblem on her and stuff like that. No, Nottingham is gotta go for the meeting. That's no problem, Nottingham. You can be able to watch the rest on YouTube. It's live. But thanks for attending anyway, Tucker. So yeah, we are going to get them drawn up. Hopefully on the weekend we'll be able to get them licenses given out. So you'll all, you know, be official Milsims, and we'll put that on the Geneva Milsim news, which is good advertisement again for your clans. And I think any Milsim in this community is going to grow. You can't not grow if you're in a community like this. What I'd also like is no clan in this community is to declare a war on each other without the say-so of the whole community. For instance, if QRF has an argument with 88, it gets, and you said, you know, if you have grounds for war, you know, that's great. But what I'd like to see is the community, we call a meeting like this, you just go over the grounds for war, we agree terms, we do it live on a broadcast, so then, and there'll be no cheating. You can either do it on a neutral server if you agree on it, or you agree on, you know, the server, and that's going to prevent this community from, you know, basically, you know, falling down. Because what we don't want is 2 clans or 3 clans, whoever, falling out in this community and then not wanting to come to the community because they have a private, you know, falling out. Now, whether you're enemies with the clan in here or friends, you've got to think of the community first. Does everyone agree on that? Does everyone think that that's only going to be good, isn't it? It's only going to be positive, isn't it?
If I could step in for a second.
Yeah.
I know some of you here at least were part of this a while back, but we had written up an article of war, a declaration of war contract, basically.
Yeah.
Reasons why people would go to war with each other. You can't just simply
well,
declare
that'll
war on
obviously
another
be in the war.
person for
Yeah.
being
For the
butthurt
sake
about
of
something.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind sharing that with you guys. I mean, I think I still have it.
Well,
and
basic
I know, you know, Lion Sen was there and a couple
act
other
of
people
war
were
would
there.
be espionage. Obviously, it'd have to be proven.
Right. Oh, it's already all written down.
Invading
I
of
mean,
a war
you can definitely
server
check it
or
out.
training server without permission to, you know, access that server, for instance.
Right.
Team
Right,
killing
that's
in
all there.
public servers repeatedly. Now, that wouldn't necessarily be an act of war. Everything could always be resolved, you know,
Right.
by diplomatic means. If it couldn't be, obviously, it's wartime. It's, you know, could be war. So, you know, it's
Right.
them basic things, isn't it?
But at the same time, I'm just thinking in the long term here. But where you say nobody's to go to war with each other, I mean, we're more or less a community. I think we should keep it
Should
that
all
way.
help
I mean,
each other,
if
yeah.
Somebody, you know, if somebody goes to war for legitimate reasons in this community, and you know, I don't recommend that we do it, but you know, if the worst comes to worst, you know, I think that's a legitimate cause behind you. Then sure, go do it. It's been passed or whatever we agree upon. But if you truly want to commit yourself to the Geneva, I know that Scouser, Jarhead, and a couple other Mashers spec. I mean, I'm just reading the list of people in the chat, but proposing a Geneva peacekeeping force, just kind of like the force if, say, Mashu again was attacked by, you know, I'm not saying you would be, or if you are, I don't know what the situation is with Phoenix Legion, but let's say the scenario is you're attacked by Phoenix Legion again. Everybody in the Geneva peacekeeping force is guaranteed to supply troops to you in that sense, or maybe to a smaller Milsim. That way we don't end up doing what we did with Wolf Para the last time, where we had 2 or 3 full servers of people waiting to get in on one server, and just the constant waiting. And I know Scows, you and I know a couple people, and I'm sure other people who knew that, you know, they just couldn't make it because the war got dragged on, or the battle got dragged on so long that people couldn't just get in and go. They sat and really waited for almost, up to a couple hours maybe? Yeah. I mean, it was a long process.
I don't even really want to talk about them, to be honest with you. You know.
Right. I'm just using that as an example, and I apologize if I brought that up. But I just don't want to see that happen again, so that we can just, you know, we can get the top, you know,
well, basically, if any clan in this community is picked on or bullied by a clan outside at Lions, then we'll offer you full support, because, you know, we're going to support this community 100%. And if that's what it means
think
doing,
that we should take the biggest
support
clans in the Geneva, that way that the smaller clans can focus on recruiting
exactly,
and growing, rather than having to devote themselves to this war and take themselves out of the recruiting factor because now they're so busy with, you know. And that's just me, and that's an honest opinion. It's the 89th, the 42nd, it goes all the way back. I mean, when you go to war, recruiting drops. It's just a fact. I think that to help you to help us.
Well, if you're in a war, you can't concentrate on your own clan, can you? You're concentrating on that.
No.
Also, when you're at war with another clan, you've got the spying to be worried about. You've got all the rest to be worried about, and then you lose focus on what you're doing with your own clan, and it affects morale. People leave, all the rest of it.
Right. And that's why I want to propose the peacekeeping force, so it's kind of like a committed backbone, you know, hey, my clan's small, or hey, my clan doesn't have enough guys, or whatever the situation may be, and all you got to do is ring us, and we'll say, okay, this guy can provide 5 guys, this guy can provide 10 guys, and so on.
Well, I'm all for
I know QRF, you know, when people go to war, the max I can provide is about 10, maybe 15, because a lot of guys live in the UK, it's big one.
And
if anybody gets attacked, you know, QRF always have about a squad or 2 waiting.
Okay. Well, also I've proposed as well, if anyone is going to war, I don't want us all just raiding people and giving the community a bad name, because any clan now in this community is representing the community, so you know, let's all act in a Milsim manner. What I also don't want is people, us all, you know, with YouTube channels and turning into the Wolf Para. If you have a war and you win, respect the opponent that you beat. You know, let's not start bashing them. You know, show respect. If the opponent fights fair, you know. If the opponent fights fair, then show them respect. If they don't cheat, and obviously if they cheat and stuff, then you can highlight that on your YouTube channel. But I expect us, especially if anyone in this community has a friendly, you know, battle, don't bash them on your YouTube channel.
Keep it friendly.
You know, I'm not. If I have a battle, for instance, with Spec and QRF, like I did the other night, and I'm not going to bash him. I'm going to show them respect, and that's what we expect from everyone in here. Because it's not good bashing a clan. Because if I start run a war and start bashing, you know, say I have a war with Bama and I start bashing his clan, it's giving his clan a bad name, and we don't want to do that in here because it's not going to help his clan or help the community. We don't want any clans here disbanding or falling apart to that stuff, so we should also show support to each other. So as I say, the next meeting we will do the map draw, and hopefully we'll have all the rules in place and some more clans involved and everything else. Now this meeting has probably only got a couple of minutes left. If anyone else has got anything else to touch on, we will do the next meeting. There will be a news broadcast obviously on this.
Say, for example, a Milsim, you know, like the Wolf Para come in and they're
someone outside the community.
No, say if they're in the community community and they they start defamation, they start warmongering,
Yeah.
would there be a procedure to get rid of them,
Well,
from
basically
the
everyone in here in the community, if I was, for instance, I'll make an example, if I was here now and I was bit warmongering, which I won't, and just looking for wars, us all here as a community will just veto, or there'd be guidelines for that. If I was wanting to have war, I'd have to have reasons for it and grounds for war, wouldn't I? If people just doing it for fun, then the community will stamp down on it, obviously. That's quite basic, isn't it? Now, if it's people outside the community, I mean, if any of you are at war with anyone outside the community, then really, we're not really bothered about the clan outside the community, because if they're not in the community, in my eyes, they're not supporting the community. So that's free reign. Do whatever you just want to do. That'd be my opinion on it. But inside the community, we have a respect for us all, for each other. Would everyone agree with that? Or?
Yeah, but if clans not out in the community, and don't attack them. If they attack you, you do what you do. Just don't go after them.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. For instance, if there's clans outside this community that are trying to threaten this community or cause problems for this community and sending spies, then we will go after them. If they're helping BWC and they're helping shadow groups ruin communities and stuff, then they're the type of clans that we all as a whole should be targeting, if they're not in the community. Obviously first we'd like to try and get them all in the community and present this to them, but if anyone's against this community and causing problems for us, sending spies, trying to affect it, trying to get clans to leave it, then us as a whole should go after them. But we will discuss it with all the leaders, first of all, is what I'd like.
I think that it would be helpful for everybody here, at least, because I know that the message won't spread as fast sometimes. Some people might be off, or they might not be paying attention to the messages. But if we could kind of post a list of all the Milsims and people who are kind of on like our shit list, if you will, excuse my French, but like they're just people we don't want to associate with, or people we don't want to have in our Milsim or be seen talking to, and then kind of state reasons why and vote on it. So if there's a Milsim that has caused someone trouble, put it into motion. Say, hey, this guy, I don't like his group, blah blah blah. Okay, everyone says they're now on the blacklist or whatever.
Well, I could name a couple now and see if anyone had a problem with it. Wolf Power, for one, won't be invited, will they? First Marines won't be invited. Am I right, guys? Everyone's in on that? I mean, we don't want cheats and propaganda.
Unless he gets down on one knee and apologize to everyone here.
Well, it's never going to happen, is
Otherwise,
it? So
I'm
let's
still
be
going to get a
sensible.
stags. I don't
so
care.
The other clan I don't really like the look of is Task Force 1 to 3 in Recondo, because they're working with a shadow group and sending spies, and they've got no respect, and they're not a Milsim, really.
I had since the third day QRFs went up, I had about 2 spies trying to get in.
I had a squad of Wolf Para saying that they
at the minute,
use my
Wolf
server
Power,
because they had
at the minute, I mean, at the minute, Wolf Power are very quiet, and they are sending spies throughout the community at the minute. That is confirmed. They're working with BW. Wolf Power are working with BWC. Now, even if some of you clans are working with BWC and you think that BWC are against Wolf Power, I can tell you now that you're wrong, because they're working alongside them.
And that has been confirmed.
So, if there's any other clans that you can think of that are quite pathetic or whatever, then feel free to name them.
Could I suggest Phoenix Legion for that? I put there's 2 videos now with full proof
of
them cheating in wars, along with the FFL, which is a new Milsim.
Yeah. Well, basically, at the minute, their application to join the Geneva community was denied for that reason, Matthew. Now, so they are not allowed to apply again now for a further 2 weeks. If they improve the behaviour in the next 2 weeks, then maybe we'll discuss it again. Now, if they continue behaving in that manner, then they're only going to rule themselves out of the community. With them being new, we're suspending them for 2 weeks.
He did lose to the Geneva Milsim, but he didn't state that he lost to the 7th SFG, which doesn't make sense.
I've seen 3 different footage of the war with the 7th SFG, and they clearly cheated. That's clear.
I got all 3 battles. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Trust me, I've been last war. I don't know if Ash you has on video, but I was killed by a DMR with a flirt, which both won.
Was that
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, that was the guy
Yeah.
that was in your team that went, with Phoenix.
Yeah, he went. Okay, yeah, that was Otto. Yeah,
Well,
it was hands down.
that's a prime example of espionage. It's just quite ridiculous what
Yeah.
ruins the Milsim
They
community.
recruited within my chat, so that was the FFL. If you'd like to blacklist them now, they tried defamation and espionage over
Yeah.
2 nights.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
honestly,
are they a new clan? Are they?
blacklist them.
Any new clan, like for instance, if they're only a week old, we won't blacklist them. What we'll do, for instance, now they're now suspended as well for 2 weeks. We'll monitor their behaviour. We'll monitor who they associate with and how they act, and then review it then. So they've had the opportunity, and then if that was to continue, then they'd be blackballed basically. I mean, they might not even be around in 2 weeks. Some of them type of clans, they fall apart.
I mean, I've declared, I at least suggested that we just have an all-out total war with Phoenix, because you know what? To be honest with you, it gives me something to do, and I'm sure
Well,
it gives you
they're
guys
not
something
even
to
in the
do.
community. I mean, they've been destroyed.
Oh, yeah,
I think
I know
Doctor in
that.
four times. I
It's
mean,
likely
But
they're
the
going to
fact
cheat again.
is,
Look.
yeah, they're
Look.
But we'll still win.
no, Doctor, you're giving them too much attention. Basically,
yeah, we fought them 3 times already.
look,
We only
let's not even mention them. I mean, come on, they're embarrassing. They lasted 5 minutes. They've been destroyed while they were cheating. Let's move on from them. Let's not give them, a shout out when they don't need one.
They're
Basically,
more like a rag doll, to be honest with you.
so basically, is everyone's happy with today's meeting? For the first meeting, we could leave it there. Is anyone else, unless anyone's got any other concerns or anything that they'd like to share for the first meeting? Like, is everyone happy for today?
For blacklisting?
Any other for blacklisting? I could name individuals who are with Blackwater. We've got Karen Boom, Irish Army, T-Man 2000 kills. I got Milk. For instance, those people are not to be allowed in your clans. And I know a couple of people have been in party chats with them and talking to them. Now, Cannon Boom and Milk, they go around like the dead nice guys. Oh, I just want to play the game and give all the nice talk. But guys, they're working with BWC, and then these people will bring down your clan. These aren't the type of people you want to help. Now, you could think that they're cool and everything else. Now, if these people remain in power, don't say we didn't tell you. Didn't tell you, like when in 2 weeks' time you've got like 5 spies in your clan causing problems for you. This community can protect you, can protect you from that stuff. So we'll try and get another meeting in the next day, maybe tomorrow, if not the day after, and go over more, I'd suggest. Because it's a bit late now, we're about half an hour in. Unless anyone has anything else they want to go off the chest, can you do so now?
Yeah, I just think everybody should, block Milk and those people that are...
Most definitely, guys. Most definitely.
Just block them, don't even pay attention to them, because I had, Milk in my party a couple days ago. It's
Yeah.
going to be really
No.
bad info.
Yeah. Now, if you aren't intelligent enough, these people, it's clear to see, but it's like you can, if you sit back and realise when they come and talk to you all nice, they've obviously got an agenda, because they're coming back all nice, like they don't want to go in the drama, they're not into this, but what they'll do is be telling you all the bad stuff about Lion's Den or another clan or person. So when you think about it like that, they've obviously got an agenda, try and be like the nice guys and stuff. But I mean, when we're putting this out there, we confirm that these guys, what they're doing, we know who they're working with. It's quite ridiculous and pathetic. And those in particular are pathetic. Those people. I got Milk as a guy. He goes round. He's threatened a number of people with hacking. No, he's not a hacker. He claims he is, but he might try and scare and say, "Oh, I'll hack you" and all this stupid stuff. But
He's
in reality,
me, I know that.
in reality, he's an idiot.
He said he's cool with QRF, but no,
Yeah, but let's be real, Spec. He's trying to get as much friends as possible
I know,
for Blackwater.
He realizes he's in the corner.
Yeah, he's
Trying
not.
to get,
He's
play-
trying to
play
help
with
Blackwater, so as many friends as he can get, the better. And what you got to understand is when he does that, he's insulting your intelligence. When this guy comes to you pretending to be your friend, he ain't your friend. He's playing you.
Nobody likes a guy that likes to claim to be a hacker.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, all no one likes a guy that would
Yeah.
take every address and go.
And the other thing is, what you've got to realise is he's in the 101st Wolf Power. Now I know Roms personally, and Roms does not like his guys. Now this is a fact. Roms doesn't allow his guys in parties talking with enemies of his or clans who aren't allied to him. So think about it like this: why is he allowing I Got Milk to do so? Think about
He
that.
was in my servers multiple
So
times.
if you think about it like that, he's obviously being sent by Roms the Bomb and BWC.
He went
Because
after Mashu.
no other Wolf Power. Does anybody here know any other Wolf Power member apart from I Got Milk who joins parties regularly with all different people from different clans?
If
Nope.
you give me a moment here, I can give you some.
L9 did join my server randomly.
Yeah,
I
well,
think I still got
that's
footage.
joining server. We're talking about joining parties.
486.
Yeah, Loco is a
Trying to
spy,
get to me today.
I believe. Yeah, he's trying to go in on number
I had-
clans.
I actually had another guy, Big Daddy. I think he is. He's trying to get into clans. He tried getting in mine. He tried joining parties and servers, and he tries to get close with everybody. So if you see a guy, Big Daddy, just
Yeah.
don't even listen to him.
There's a
Well,
There's a guy,
I've
Menfly.
actually got a list, a big list on BWC associates, and I'm going to try and, if I can, I'm going to try and share that with the community, so that you know who the spies are. Or if you've got anyone that you're suspicious of, contact us, and if I've got any information on them, I'll let you know. If that goes for any clan here. If you're
Yeah, if
paranoid
you
and you think someone's coming
If
in
you
your
see any
clan.
of your members talking to these guys,
Yeah.
watch them, some screenshots, take
Yeah.
screenshots, and send them to everybody that's in so
Yeah,
then you can start, looking at it.
definitely.
But you just make sure you tell your members who to stay away from.
Yeah.
So I don't want somebody getting in trouble or getting kicked out of the community for
Yeah.
something they know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as clan leaders, you all know. For instance, I'm making as we're all us here in this party are clan leaders. You all know how difficult it is to run a clan, i.e., growing the clan, recruiting, keeping everyone in the clan happy. There's a lot goes into it. It's a lot of hard work. The last thing you want to worry about is spies coming in, affecting morale and ruining your clan, don't you, lads? So if anyone here helping these spy clans, you've only got to think of karma. It'll come back and bite you on the arse one day when the same thing will happen to you in your clan. You don't want it to happen, and so let's all help each other and prevent this stuff from happening now. Let's really put a stop to it, because it's what's ruined Milsim community for a long time now.
Amen.
Yeah,
So
another thing I want to touch on is ops every day. We
Yeah.
should have
regular
scheduled
ops.
like at a certain time, so we just don't, throw it at everybody. We
Yeah.
should, say like ops every day at this time.
Yeah.
If you have enough members, just show up.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And,
Spec, for bringing
and
that
sometimes, what I always like to do if we're doing ops together, what can prevent arguments and fights breaking out is, split the teams up. Or if you don't, obviously you can do ops again, but sometimes it just prevents arguments going, going out of hands, especially when they're unorganised ops and they're just quick notice ones. Try splitting the teams up or something that
Yeah.
prevents people, arguing.
If you have at least
obviously-
2 squads and a squad
Yeah.
for the other team,
Yeah. Obviously,
As
if
long
you
as you keep your squads
yeah,
together.
obviously,
it's
if you
important to
schedule enough, then that's one clan against that's a different thing. But if they're short notice, split the teams up, because when they're not organised, things can go wrong. It only takes one lower rank member, or let's say spy, that's joined your clan, to start tinkling the opposite team, and then you can have a stupid war breakout. So if that ever does happen, things like that, speak to the leader first before you start retaliating and get the guy kicked or whatever. So. I think that's that for now. So lads, we'll end this meeting on that note. Thanks everyone for attending. I see positive things for this community. We'll all work together, So Lions Den General signing out. Bye bye.